You know, I was so messed up that I didn't even realize I wanted out.
I just decided I needed to stop.
I knew that I had to do something proactive with my life.
Like I needed to do something for my family and for myself to kind of help better us along.
And that made me really wake up to ask myself, what do I need to change in me?
I didn't start City College till I was probably in my late 20s or early 30s. I would say somewhere around there. I'd already had children, you know, and the whole idea of even going to college when I was 18 was unfathomable.
I've always felt really like I didn't fit in school. They kind of made me feel like ashamed. They made me feel like there was something wrong with me.
So when I went to school, I was considered a troubled child because I didn't understand. And because of that one simple word, being told you're stupid, you literally take it as a child and you rebel.
The kids that I grew up around were just the kids that were in my neighborhood. My mom worked from like 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. and she was just working to put food on the table. We didn't have money for YFL programs or AYSO, so hanging out on the streets is kind of where I spent my time. And doing that, I kind of got funneled into gang life.
You know, I think it started in high school when I started running with a really fast crowd of friends. We had no boundaries, dabbled a lot into substance abuse, and I got into methamphetamine really bad.
I just found drugs as an escape. At the time, I thought it was like the biggest freedom I've ever found, but later on, I realized it was actually slavery, beyond my worst nightmares.
You wake up one day and it's gotten a hold of you so bad.
Even when I was in my addiction, my parents had lost faith in me. Everyone had lost hope in me.
I was a drug addict for many years, and through my addiction, it escalated to selling to support my habit. In December of 2006, my house got raided. It was a very traumatic experience, and I found myself in Santa Barbara County Jail looking at 28 years, which was just the rest of my adult life.
At the age of 13, I joined a gang, and from 13 to about 20 years old, I'd say I did a total of 4 years of jail time.
In 2003, I got arrested for the first time. You know, went to jail. Ooh, scary. It was the first time I'd ever been in county jail, downstairs, not just in the tank.
It was really bad, and as I was fighting my sentence, I lost my dad. His health had been failing right before I got locked up, and like one of the last things he said was that he'll never see me again, and that was true.
I got arrested in July of 2004. There was no bail, there was no OR, there was nothing. It was, you know, I had a probation violation, picked up a whole slew of new felonies, and at that point, I would have to say that I was pretty close to my bottom. Being in the basement of the county jail and having my children visit me through a pane glass window was really hard. I knew that I'd screwed up my life.
Well, in 1973, I was arrested for triple homicide, and I was convicted as a youth. I ended up spending 38 years in prison. It is a place that gets you lost and confused and brings a lot of anger, and I never did anything positive for myself. I never learned how to read or write. I never did anything that would benefit me. I did everything in the criminal world to benefit the criminal behavior.
Through the efforts of my defense attorney and people who believed in me, the counselors there, people that spoke up for me, I didn't get that much time. I got 12 years with half, and I served 6 years, and I got out in June of 2014.
You know, you go in when you're 15 years old, and you come out when you're in your mid-50s. There's nothing you really know out here. Your whole world has just changed.
You know, after a failed suicide attempt, I just had like a spiritual awakening. I didn't really want to die. I just didn't want to feel what I was feeling anymore. And I had a daughter, and I just wasn't supporting her financially. And just a shame, you know, of being a father and not being able to provide for your daughter and everyone throwing it in my face all the time. It just decided I needed to stop, and you know, thank God I did.
But here I am with 2 kids, trying to start my life over in my 30s, working for minimum wage, going, what on earth is going on with my life?
And to ask yourself, what are you gonna do? I definitely don't want to go back to the same criminal lifestyle that got me into prison in the first place. So I need to learn something new.
Right around the age of 19, a drug and alcohol counselor from probation had told me that I should go to school to do something with myself. But I didn't graduate high school. I got expelled from the district my first semester, and I hadn't graduated junior high, so I didn't know what I would be doing in college. And so she told me that I should give it a try. I did it, but I was just there kind of to look good in front of the judge. And right around my third semester, after I'd failed everything, when I went to court one more time, he said, if I see you in here one more time, you're going to go to prison for 3 years. And I was like, well, I'm going to school. Look, I'm doing well. And he's like, no, look at your report card. You have nothing but F's every single semester. You're not going to school. And right around that time, my mom fainted in front of me. And so I kind of like woke her up and took her. We ended up going to the hospital, and she was diagnosed with cervical cancer. And so around that time, it's just like I needed to do something for my family and for myself to kind of help better us along.
I've always been told I had potential by my teachers, and I've always been told that I had something that I was just wasting away with drugs. And
I just felt like, I'm older. I'm never going to go to college if I don't do it now.
I knew that, but I went to college to check it out. And
I came across the transition program.
I went in there and I was kind of a little nervous. Went into Noel Gomez's office.
because I had never been incarcerated before, so I was wondering if that might be a problem or if I might even qualify for that. And I told him, my situation and my story, and I currently was still on probation, and he said, yeah, that I qualified.
And he registered me and signed me up for classes that same day.
It made me really realize that these people were out to help men and women like me. When you come out of prison, there's a lot of suffering within because you're scared. You don't know where you're going. You don't know how you're going to get there.
The transitions program, it's going to help so many people. It is going to affect so many lives. To be able to have a place that they can land and have the opportunities and not be judged and to be encouraged, that is an amazing, amazing thing.
They helped us out a lot, they eased us through it and showed us that it wasn't as hard as it seemed.
Transition would help me really transition to knowing what I needed to get into an education I didn't have.
And they take such care in looking at all the things that aren't in the classroom. High-risk environments, single parents, resources for us to do, not just go take the classes, but to do well in the classes.
If you want some type of opportunity in life, I guarantee you walk into those doors and you will find people that love you.
They help, all the help that comes. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I don't think I would have been able to do this anywhere else. Santa Barbara City College is #1 for a reason.
All the staff there, when I got stuck into an area that I didn't understand, they came forward to help me.
They never, not once, gave up on me.
I'm a Santa Barbara City College student, and I'm earning my AA in sociology.
I'm currently doing alcohol and drug counseling. Just being sober and clean alone is not really going to help. You have to get an education in order to pursue your goals.
I want to do something that excites me, that wakes up my soul. And geology, I knew, even when I was at the darkest part of my life, that geology was something that I was just really excited about.
And you realize that education is one of the greatest and most powerful thing you can ever do for yourself.
They pay me to play with rocks. They pay me to go on field trips. And one of the things that I enjoy more, that feeds my soul, is to interact with people, with students, to help them.
At the moment, I'm an instructor of philosophy at Santa Barbara City College. I'm able to succeed in the scholastic environment and feel like that I'm learning things, that I'm able to teach other people things and help them in their lives.
It's a good feeling to be going to school. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter, and I just can't wait till she starts going to school and I can help her with her, schoolwork. And when she's getting ready to go to college, she can ask me if I went to college, and I will say, yes, I did,
In cultivating myself, I'm trying to cultivate harmonious relationships with other people and help them learn and help them see the world through a different perspective. Because if something like this could happen to someone like me that just came from nothing, this can happen for anybody.
I want to give back to the community. I want to reach out to the at-risk youth, and having gotten out of it myself, I would really like to get as many people out as I can.
There's an entire world out there that you can explore, because you never know. You might turn a corner and there's your purpose in life. That's what happened to me.
You know, you'll be able to get right here to say to yourself that, wow, you know, I'm enjoying my life now. I don't have to worry about a parole officer chasing me. I don't have to worry about looking behind my back. I'm free. All this is over with. I'm finally able to live life the way I was intended to.